I worked with young people with disabilities and found out that in lots of cases they didn't have any way to play. The reason to start the charity was so that everybody could join in and play computer games. I wanted to give them something they could do, way to play with their brothers and sisters, way to play with their parents and friends. We're just showing a demo of what it's like to use a chin control. Really difficult for a lot of them to control an ordinary joypad, but they're pretty good at moving their chins. You know, one guy even just used his eyebrow movement, got a little switch, a couple of switches there. So it's whatever suits that individual person. There's also a gaze-controlled virtual reality system here, so you can look at things and then make things happen by looking at them, as well as explore a virtual environment. Down the end there, we've got gaze-controlled Minecraft. They're just examples of what you can do. We just take the person, we start with the person. What do you want to do with technology? And then we take it from there. They might want to play Assassin's Creed, they might want to play Sonic, whatever it is that they want to play or enjoy, we will do our best to help them do that, whatever their age and whatever their disability. If people's games are well designed and they've got a good range of assists in the game, then that's a massive help to us. Just things like if it is a driving game, something like changing gear automatically, like an automatic gear change, that is massive for us. That Dirt 3 is really good in that respect. FIFA is another example. You can either have the full controls, you can kick the ball in different ways, chip, swerve, lob, whatever. But there's also 2-button mode, and where it's either shoot or pass. Just that feature, which is designed just as an assist for everybody, that really does help a lot of people with disabilities play the game. So I knew it was important. That's why I started the charity. But I didn't realise quite how important it was. One guy said, he said the charity had given him his life back, and which sounds pretty melodramatic, but actually. Because he's got a disability that's progressive, he started off just like the rest of us, wandering around and can cycle, walk, everything else, and play real games in the real world as well as play on computers. So he's got those two worlds, real world and virtual world. The real world became more difficult for him to move around then as he became more and more disabled. And then he found that he couldn't control the joypad, so the virtual world, that way of having fun and enjoying himself, that became more and more difficult for him. And then, so when he heard about us and got in touch, it's not easy. We have to have a specialist assessment as a team, and we then have to do a certain amount of, a lot of personalisation, so that person with that particular disability at that particular age can play that particular game in the way at the highest possible level, so that they can compete online, compete with their family. That's the challenge, not just to get them playing, it's to get them playing at the best possible level they can, so that they can compete again. And in the case of that particular guy who said we're giving him his life back, one of the reasons was because he'd waited 16 years to beat his brother again at FIFA. He'd just watched him play for 15 years, and then he actually thrashed him 6-0 once we set him up. And that's what we're trying to do, to enable people. It is literally a level playing field that we're aiming at. Yeah.